Hi everyone, welcome to the Colours of the Rainbow Challenge Purple Week. We're doing an extra twist on this week, thanks to Leah's suggestion, and that's for everything we put on our face, including tools and makeup, to come to a total value of £20, which, oh my god, has been so difficult, as you will find out. I've had to skip out steps completely that I would normally put on, and I've had to really think about each product I use, especially the tools, because I thought I was being quite economical in my choices. I wrote down everything that I planned to use on my face, and it came to over £50, and that was me trying to be on the cheaper side of things. So it just goes to show that even when you buy budget, if you include all the tools and everything else you're putting on your face, it does add up to a lot of money. Anyway, so I will link the other girls' videos down below. As always, go check them out. It's Leah and Claire, and I'll tell you what I've put on my face so far. I started off with no primer. Haven't got enough money in the budget for primer, and I haven't even got enough money in the budget for foundation. Even though I don't own very many high-end foundations, even the lower-end foundations are up to £10, aren't they, which is half the budget. So what I decided to do was use concealer all over my face as a base, and as a concealer as well, and I used the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer. I've got it in fair, but I've used it in cool medium all over my face today as it was going as a complete base. And this costs £4.19. So if I can work out how to do it editing wise, I'll keep a little tally up on the screen. Then for brows, I use the W7 Brow Bar. I use the two colours on the bottom, well on the top if you look at it from that angle. I mix them together to get the right shade. This actually comes with its own brush, so I didn't have to add any extra price for the tool I use there. You can get this for varying prices, but I've counted the price that I bought that for, which is £2.95. So far so good. Next thing I'm going to do is use this on the eyes. This is the NYC Individual Eyes palette. It's called Smoky Greens because it's meant to be created for people with green eyes. The advantage of this is that it comes with a primer as well on this side, so I can use this here as a primer, and I'm going to use the colours as the shadows, obviously. Brush wise, normally I'd use a variety of brushes in different areas to get the sort of finishes I wanted, but the tools were the thing that ended up being really expensive this time around. So I'm going to use one brush, and I'm going to just try and use it as much as I can for the different areas. This is from Eco Tools. It's one of their, it comes in a duo. It comes, I think it's called the Enhancing Eyes Duo, and both of the brushes have double ends. But I'm only using one of them, so I've halved the price of the total set, if that makes sense. So the whole set is £6, so I'm counting this as a £3 contribution, part of the look. So I'll zoom you in for the eyes. I have used this primer before and not been very impressed with it, so this is quite a good way of testing it out again. Actually got quite a lot of colour to it. I remembered it being a little bit more sort of transparent. The actual eyeshadows though I love. For the price, which I can't remember if I said what it was, £3.99 the whole palette is, they are pretty good. I wore this eyeshadow palette to my friend's wedding when I was a bridesmaid. Lasts really well. I have to say though, I didn't use this primer. I used my favourite Urban Decay one as a primer. So I'm going to go reasonably simple on the eyes, partly because I haven't got all the brushes I'd like to use, and partly because I've got a bold lip coming up, which probably won't surprise you because I seem to have a bold lip in all of these looks. But these are a lovely range of colours. As you can see, you've got something for the base, you've got some darker colours, crease colours if you want to create a smoky eye. So I'm just going to kind of make it up as I go along today. I'm going to start with that light colour under the brow bone, especially where I'm going to have to reuse the brush on the darker colours. I'm going to do all my light colours first. I'm going to use the lightest of the purple shades, this kind of lilac-y one, all over the lid. These Eco Tools brushes are really good, but I'm definitely going to miss having my Crown blending brush, because I always use that to blend it all in and finish off the look. I think Leah is going to be the most successful at sticking to the budget, but using lots of products as well because she finds some amazing bargains. I think she said she's got a £1 base product that she's going to be using for the video. So that, if I had a £1 base product, that would have freed up an extra £3 to use something else because I've had to miss out powder completely. It's that primer on the face completely. And I'm not going to be using a highlighter, which saddens me because I think a highlighter really finishes off a look, but with the highlighter and then the brush to use it as well, it just wasn't going to happen for under £20. So with the other side of the brush, the more smudgy side, I'm then going to use the two darker colours both in the crease and under the lash line. I'm going to keep this pretty simple, as I said. Still not convinced of this primer on this eyes. I reckon this is going to crease. Oh my god, can you hear my cat? You think I've never fed him? He's not being mistreated, honestly. He is just a greedy boy cat. So what I'm trying to do is use all the dark colours on this smudger side so that I can keep this side free to blend everything afterwards. And I've got a lot of colour on my hands. Right, let's see if this will blend. Okay, so onto mascara. I'm using the Viper mascara from Makeup Revolution. There's going to be a fair bit of Makeup Revolution from now on. This costs £3. This is a brand new tube, but it's a repurchase. I picked it up in a haul, which I uploaded last week. Now, I'd love to do some bronzer and blusher and highlighter, but again, the budget did not stretch to that. I thought the best way to do blusher would be to use a cream blusher because then you don't really need a brush, but I haven't got any cream blushers. I've got a few liquid ones, all pink, so I wasn't really sure that any of them went, but I thought I'd rather have a little bit of colour on my cheeks than nothing. So I went for the Makeup Revolution, again, Vivid Blush Lacquer. This is in the colour Oh Boy. This costs £1 at the moment, but it's really quite pigmented, so I'm going to have to be careful how I apply this, but I'm just going to use my fingers, as I said. Oh, it's so tempting to just get a brush out and blend it properly. See, that's coming across really bright on camera, but it actually looks much more subtle in real life. So I'm going to leave that as it is and move on to the final part, which is lipstick. And luckily I have a £1 lipstick that I can use, and it's from Makeup Revolution again. I think these are called their Iconic Pro lipsticks, I always forget, but it's the ones that cost £1, I think I said that. And this is called Rebel with Cause. I picked it up in a haul and I think I called it Rebel without a cause in that, but it's actually called Rebel with Cause. But it's a really deep purple colour. These have a really really interesting scent to them. I can't quite place it. Normally with such a bright or dark lip I'd want to use a lip liner as well, but I'm having to do without. Oh my god, all I've been doing in this is moaning. I don't mean it to come across that way. Okay, so there we have the finished look. The look itself I like the purple eyes and purple lips, but I do feel it's not quite as neat and tidy as it would be if I had all my extras, all my brushes, some powder, bronzer and that kind of thing. But it just goes to show that if you want to put on a full face of makeup for £20, including all the tools, that it can be done. So do give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, if you like the look. Don't forget to go and check out Claire and Leah's videos as well. Last time I said we only had one video left, but obviously that was a complete lie because we've got purple today and then blue next time. So blue will be the last in our colours of the rainbow challenges. So if this is the first one you're seeing, do go and check out all the others. I have made, or I will have made by the time this goes up, a playlist of all the colours of the rainbow challenges. They've all been really good fun, but one more left and I will see you in a couple of Fridays time for that. In the meantime, subscribe for weekly videos and I will see you next time. Bye!